Assalamualaikum students. I'm your new EVS teacher Sayyada Zalfa. Today we are starting a new chapter on page number 6. The chapter name is Motion of the Earth. First topic in this chapter is rotation. Take a top which means about us, spin it and observe its movement. The top turns around itself. Any object that turns around itself actually turns around a certain imaginary line, like this line. The turning of an object around itself is called rotation. This is the rotational motion of the top, and the imaginary line around which it rotates is called the axis of rotation. This is an axis of rotation of the top. Second one is the Earth's rotation. Take a globe like the one in the picture and spin it. Note the line around which it rotates. This is the globe. We have to spin it. Now take a plumb line and hold it close to the globe as shown in the picture. This is a plumb line holding by a hand. If you cannot get a plumb line, tie a long thread to an eraser and make one. You will see that the plumb line and the earth axis are at an angle of each other. This is the angle of plumb line and the earth axis. That is the earth axis is inclined. The rotation with its axis inclined like this, as you see in the picture. The line NS, this line in the picture shown the earth axis. It's passed through the center of the earth. This is the center of the earth. The point N is called the north pole and the S is called the south pole. If if a circle are drawn around the surface of the earth exactly in between the north and south pole, it could divide the earth into two equal parts. This is the equator which divides the earth into two parts. This imaginary circle is called equator. This is the equator of the earth. The two equal parts it makes of the earth are called the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. The part beside the north is northern hemisphere and the part beside the south is called the southern hemisphere respectively. Next experiment we have to do in this chapter is stand a candle in the middle of the large table. This is our table. We are lighting a candle into the center of the table. Draw a big circle around the candle. Place a globe at any point of the circle. Here we are placing a globe. Light the candle. See that it is dark in the room. We have to turn off all the lights in our room first. Suppose that the candle is the sun. We have to suppose that this candle is a sun. Observe which part of the globe gets the sunlight and which one does not. The front part of the earth getting the light from the candle and the other part is not getting the light of the candle which we are supposing as a sun. Now looking at the globe from the direction of the north pole, turn it anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise which means uh, which means in this direction, in this one. This is how the earth rotates. That is, it rotates from west to east. In this direction, the earth is rotating from west to east. As the earth rotates, its different parts come into the light of the sun one after the other and turn away from it also in the same order. when the globe is spinning. One part is in the light and other one is in the dark. And when we spin it again, the other part is in the light and the first part is in the dark, which we call the day and night of the earth. The second topic in this chapter is sunset and sunrise. Try this. This is another experiment. Stick a red bindi which is mean a point, which is here, as you can see the red dot, or we can call it a dot. Set up the previous model of the globe and the candle. We have to set up this model again with a bindi on a globe. Turn the globe anti-clockwise. Note when it is sunrise, noon, or sunset at the location of the bindi. After one sunrise, note when the next one occurred at the bindi. You will see that these happen when the earth complete one rotation. That is why it makes one complete turn around itself. Which means when we spin this globe, the bindi is come in contact with the light, and when we rotate it again, the 124-hour cycle is completed, in which 12 hours is for daylight and 12 is for night. The period of time that the earth takes to complete one rotation is called a day. A day has two parts. Day having a two parts, which is daytime and a night time, or simply day or night. For the purpose of measuring time, we divided the whole day into 24 parts, which we called as hours. You understanding? Next one is a year. This is another experiment. Now move the globe along the circle on the table. As you do this, keep rotating the globe and ensure that the axis does not change its orientation. Actually, or eventually, the globe will come back to its original place on the circle. This is how the earth revolves around the sun, even as it rotates around itself. The period of time of earth take to complete one revolution around the sun is called 1 year, which means a earth takes a 1 year, that are about 365 days, to complete a one rotation around the sun. You have to learn this, that the earth needs 365 days and 6 hours in a year for completing one rotation around the sun. Now that is it for today. It's your homework to revise this from your textbook, and we will continue this chapter in next video. Thank you all.